All right, SGVers, welcome back to another episode of the MySGV podcast, brought to you today. We're actually live on Instagram, but our first time away from the studio, Scott.
Yes, yeah, very, very exciting here.
Yeah, and we didn't pregame about what we're going to talk about, but this is our first time since we started this show going outside into the community, doing an event, and so far the community has really shown up here.
Yeah, it's nice to see just former guests, but also people that you don't know coming up and saying hi, and people that you do know from the community that had nothing to do with the podcast. So it's just bringing a lot of people together. Very nice. And Paris Baguette has been great in their support.
And this room, I mean, we've been in this room before, but like just how amazing it is to have, and I couldn't ask for a better setting to have this show because people can see us, but we're sort of separated.
Right.
It's really a special place here.
And we've got the nice outdoor environment as well as the indoor. So
yes.
Yeah, it's great.
And you weren't here, but like setting up last night, setting up this morning, so many people came up to us and they were like, "Oh, are you from the MySGV podcast?" And I was
really?
Like, yeah. And that's always a great feeling,
Yeah.
You've probably experienced it a lot more though with the billboards and stuff.
Yeah, right. And I have experienced that, but it's nice to see that MySGV podcast is creating a community and building a community and helping a community and being helped by that community. It's a great experience.
The most common expression that I get from people about the show is they say, "Thank you so much for doing this." And it's always like, "Thank you for highlighting our area," right? Like they already feel that it's special, but nowhere else is someone doing that. No one else is shining a light and saying like, look at the people here, look at the businesses here.
Yeah, exactly. Now you have more experience than I do in dealing with the viewer.
Oh yes.
Because you interact. You're running the show on social media and so on. I don't usually get a chance to see that or to feel it, but I'm feeling it today. I mean, you just feel we have a chance to make a difference and to do something special. Yeah.
I mean, I know from just conversation with you, like sometimes you like people being like, "Oh, you're that guy."
Oh yeah.
And sometimes maybe you don't want that.
Well, it's nice though. Like today, already a number of people recognize not just me but us for what we're doing. And for instance, Eleanor, who created the MySGV3 map.
Isn't that great
here
to meet her, like in person?
Yeah. So that experience. This is someone who, just felt enough about what we were doing that she wanted to contribute something. And she put together that MySGV3 map. So, it's a big thrill. Thrill.
Thank you so much to Eleanor for doing that. It just shows you like the level that people feel about the show and what we're doing. We're going to talk to a lot of people here in the community, some from this, I guess, strip mall here in San Gabriel. There's a Full Hauser there. It's funny to see the people that we've interviewed before,
yeah,
right? Isn't it?
Right.
It's
to see them in civilian clothes.
Like I don't know where else do you get that kind of experience, right? Where you've interacted with these people in this way and then they sort of come back.
Yeah.
It's unusual, right?
I mean, there's Jason, the owner of Paris Baguette, who does so much for the community.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing.
Well, Scott, we're going to get ready for our first guest, and then you're going to be out there mingling. And, stay tuned for our Instagram. We're going to be posting a lot of that content of you and I engaging with the community.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay,
I'll see you when I go back out there, Scott.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So one of the major sponsors, and actually, like I would say it's my favorite place to go get fried chicken, Bonchon here in San Gabriel. Thank you guys for coming here. Tell them what the San Gabriel Valley means to you guys.
Okay, so for me, I'm actually an East Coast transplant. So
Just kidding, go ahead.
came out here in '04. I mean, quickly learned, being obviously of Asian descent. I think, the San Gabriel Valley or the SGV represents. It's basically, the mecca for, Asian cuisine. I think, talk to people, anyone who's a Los Angelino. People drive from everywhere if they want like just really good, authentic Asian cuisine. So that's what the SGV means for us.
When I first met June, we had a long conversation, maybe like an hour and a half. And what I really found was like, you really care about your staff. That's what I would say about you. Like just the things that you were saying. And when I go there, I can tell like the staff feel cared for. If you go to an establishment and the staff don't like it, you can tell. Yeah. So, why did you guys choose this location, and what does that mean to you to be here?
Actually, he picked this location.
Come close to the mic. Yeah.
So he found this location. So maybe you could.
Okay, so I think first off, in terms of just, I think how she treats our staff, it's really just, I think it comes from her faith, really, right? I think for us. First off, our faith was calling us to try to kind of create a platform to, further, our love for Christ and just, his commandment to just kind of love on people. And so that really is how she treats our staff, right? She treats our staff as family. We wouldn't have it other way. That's really, the main reason why we started up this business.
So one of the reasons why we can talk about the wings, like, okay, wings, like people say, oh, they're crispy. No, they're always really crispy here. And I understand you have a special process, right, for saucing them. Because you don't get sauce, you don't dip any sauce, but they're so flavorful. Do you want to talk about that?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. But they are. Like, they're always perfectly sauced and seasoned, but they are always crunchy.
It's a secret, really.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could probably talk about that a little. So like I said, I'm an East Coast transplant, right? I moved out here. We actually, don't live too far from here in Pasadena. Still within the SGV. But I know for me, it was like growing up on the East Coast. Especially, I lived in New York City for many years, where Banchan has the corporate headquarters, or they used to back in the day. I just couldn't find any place where I could get like Korean style fried chicken wings, right? So for us, it was an opportunity to bring something new to the SGV. Like I think something that people hadn't really been exposed to. I think a lot of people, when they think about Korean food, they automatically just think about like Korean barbecue. But there's a lot of other aspects of Korean food, and I would actually strongly recommend anybody to go visit Korea because the food out there is amazing. But Korean style of fried chicken is one thing that hadn't really had a lot of exposure out here. So something that we could that we could bring out to the SGV and expose people to, and just also expose them to Korean culture in general. So that was really the some of the driving factors for bringing banchan out here.
Is it true that American soldiers, GIs, brought the style of chicken to Korea?
Yeah, that's what they say. I
heard that. I don't know
I'm
if that's true.
I'm actually a person not Korean, so you can
But you heard that before, right?
Oh, but I guess so. Going back to the cooking process. So I think what separates our chicken from American style fried chicken or any other style of fried chicken, because I think every culture does have its own unique style of fried chicken. At banchan we basically we twice fry it so the skin gets like extra just crispy and translucent, and it gets like super crispy, and then we brush a thin layer of some proprietary sauce, and that's what gives it its flavor. So
you brush it on, so it's not like getting
it's not like Wingstop.
Yeah, that's a
we're
lot
not
of
tossing.
work. That's why it takes a long time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why it's that why
So
it's
it's fresh
crispy?
out of the fire. Everything is
Yeah.
it's hand brushed, right? Like
Individually,
coating.
yeah.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay. All right.
Desperate.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Okay, thank you
And
so much.
I'm looking forward to eating some banchan later. I'm definitely gonna go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks everybody.
All right. So one of our returning guests and Caroline Sweet Desserts.
Sweet Caroline dessert.
Sweet Caroline Desserts. Sorry, I messed that up. Sweet Caroline Desserts. Welcome. Actually, welcome back.
Yes.
Right. We had a conversation earlier before, but who did you bring with you today?
I'm Lily.
Lily, and you're her daughter. And what do you guys talk about? What is Sweet Caroline Desserts?
So we specialize in gourmet cookies, a little bit of everything, but as far as baked sweets. But our specialty is cookies, anything from traditional favorites to a new spin on classics. So that's really our specialty.
And how did you get started in doing cookies?
So it's always been a passion or hobby of ours, but recently, as of last year, actually, we decided, let's make it a business, and so that's what started our home bakery.
And do you help with the baking?
Yes.
What do you get to do?
So usually we split up the recipes between wet and dry ingredients.
Okay.
And she always does dry and I always do wet. And then we do the ingredients and then we just pour them all
It's a team
together.
effort.
What's the best part of working that with your mom, and what's the worst part?
The best part, probably getting to eat some cookie dough at the end.
Okay, yeah.
The worst
You always
part-
eat the raw cookie dough?
Yes,
Awesome.
love raw cookie dough.
Okay.
And then the worst part is, I'm not sure.
The
I
cleanup.
was gonna say.
I was gonna say dishes, but that's all her. So
Oh, you don't help with the dishes?
No.
Oh no.
Don't give her any ideas, please.
Oh wow. Okay. And what has been your favorite thing to bake, either flavor or do you only make cookies?
We'll make other stuff sometimes, but mostly cookies. So my favorite is the Oreo cookie,
What is it called?
the Oreo cream cheese cookie.
Oreo cream cheese cookie.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
that
like a
sounds awesome.
cheesecake in a cookie form.
Wow. Okay. And what is the most out there cookie flavor that you guys do?
I don't think out there, but we do the Cookie Monster, which is a combination of chocolate chip, Oreo. It's just got a lot going on, but it's a lot of sweetness and fun going on.
And people may not know this about the cookies, but you are you're a content creator. You are creating funny stuff. Where does that come from?
Honestly, it's a mix of the baking, yes, but also my personal experiences in life as a single mom. So it's just a little bit of life humor that I insert into the baking. I also find baking to be like my therapy. So I like to poke fun at just, the different things that we experience in life and incorporate that into baking.
Yeah, I mean it's always humor, right?
Yes.
It's always humorous, but it always has this it's not dark humor, but it's
It can be, depending on the audience.
yeah.
But I try to make it relatable, because whether or not you're into baking, folks can always relate to humor, So that's something I try to incorporate.
And Lily, do you think you're going to get into baking as you get older? Stay with baking?
I hope so. We've talked about when she passes on, I'll inherit the business.
And is baking your passion right now?
One of them, yes, but I also really like to play soccer.
Soccer. Okay.
Baking and soccer goes hand in hand.
Does it?
You burn calories and then you consume them.
Okay. Baking and soccer. Okay. So you're talking about burning off the calories.
In order to eat raw cookie dough, you gotta burn them first.
You two don't look like people who bake and eat cookies all the time.
It's because
you're
she plays
mistaken.
soccer and
You
I
are
work
mistaken.
out. That's why.
Okay. And are you eating cookies every day, all the day?
Not cookies every day, but a lot of sugar every day.
We used to. We're doing better about that. Sometimes
We
the more
are?
you do something, the more you're I'll save it for next time kind of deal, which
Oh.
is a good thing.
Did you make a persimmon cookie?
Oh my gosh, no. I owe you
The
one
funny
of
thing
those.
is, the funny thing is, we have a persimmon
Oh
tree in our
yeah,
yard.
don't tell him that.
Oh my gosh.
I owe you a persimmon cookie.
I think you asked me on the show what my favorite cookie was, and then you posted something on Instagram. What cookie flavor should I make? And I was like, make a persimmon cookie. It was my favorite cookie growing up,
Because they're very moist.
and I've never seen it anywhere. Have you
Alright,
seen it
remind
anywhere?
me to make him. No, I haven't. Persimmon bread, yes, but not cookies. That will
We
be
made
from us.
persimmon bread?
And
No, I've
is
seen
yours the hard Japanese version, or is it the softer
We have the
one?
soft.
Oh, that's the
Yes,
one.
it's very moist, natural sugars, all that good stuff.
Wow.
But we owe you one of those, definitely.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys for stopping
Yeah,
by.
thanks for the
Please
opportunity.
hang out and
Will do.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, these guys are here. Okay,
Ready?
thank you
Okay,
guys. Yeah.
Thank you. Ooh. Nice. Thanks, Russell.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Joshua. Welcome to the show. And make sure you speak into the mic, please.
Okay, hi.
So thank you for coming. This is my first time meeting you, right? But I did meet your brother John, and I'm very familiar with your store. So let's talk about how did that concept of Bay Poke come to your mind?
I went to Hawaii back in 2016. I went to one of the bay area. I think it was called Kailua Bay.
Kailua Bay. Okay, not
in
Hanauma
Waikiki.
Bay. Okay.
And I tried one of the poke places. It was fantastic.
Was it the grocery store or like a small shop?
Small poke
Okay.
shop.
Yeah.
It was just a poke, not too much of sauces, but the quality was really, really good.
Yeah.
And then we got inspiration from there.
Okay.
Why don't we bring this to Southern California? And we want to kind of Americanize that for our mainland people.
So what Americanizes it?
Okay. The Hawaiian style is very simple.
Yes.
Just the poke with the sauces,
Yeah.
soy sauces.
Limu.
But here, we want different fish.
Okay.
Different sauces, different flavors. So we add salmon, scallops, and different types of fish.
Yes, scallops. So when I went into Pasadena, when I said, "Oh my gosh, people don't do scallop."
Yeah, it's like this big, right?
Yes. So that's something very special, unique.
Very
Okay.
special.
And what about the sauces?
Sauces, we make all the sauces in-house. Like, for example, like the garlic, lemon garlic, we crush garlic every single day.
Wow.
And then all those sauces are top grade. So it's very time-proven sauces. Everyone loves them.
And it's like a Chipotle style assembly.
Yeah,
Like you see it being made as you
Yeah,
go through.
fully customizable. So when you walk in, you choose the base, like rice, brown rice, salad. And then you move on to next station. You pick the different proteins, like tuna, salmon, like you said, scallops, and all different types of fish.
And the community here is pretty familiar with raw fish, right? But poke, have you found like you need to educate people on what it is?
Sometimes. Not everyone's familiar with the poke. So when they come and they ask, hey, what's poke? We tell them, hey, poke is a chunk of raw fish marinated with different sauces. And sometimes you want to treat yourself. It's really healthy food.
Yeah.
We don't use MSG. Everything's like a salad, healthy salad. So it's everyone's very happy with what we have to offer. It's really good.
I mentioned this to John, and he was like, "Oh, maybe that's a good idea." Would you ever consider a limited amount of high-end poke, like some bluefin belly, maybe some real crab, and I would get that. I actually think there's a market here for that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, you don't have to answer.
Yeah. We already work with the high quality suppliers, and we did try some of the high quality fish. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most important thing, right? When you go and I mean, anywhere you get fish, and especially raw fish, you want to know like, is it fresh?
Yeah,
right?
especially with the raw fish, it has to be fresh. We daily cut out salmon
Oh, okay.
and tuna. We make sure the quality is top of the line.
Awesome. And so you have locations both in Pasadena and then right next door here
Right.
in San Gabriel.
Right.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Joshua, thank you so much for coming here. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi,
Go and I'll give you a handshake while I'm here. Nice to meet you.
Squire.
Squire, yes. Nice
So
to meet you.
speak into the mic, please.
Hello, my name is Squire.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you for coming out to the event. We're always happy to connect with the community, and thanks for pulling over and having a conversation with
Oh,
me
absolutely.
yesterday. Yeah. So talk about what's your connection with the SGV?
So I has pretty much lived here, I want to say my whole life. My family moved here from when I was 4 years old, and I've recently just moved out about 3 months ago. But those 28-ish years, I've lived here over in El Monte. Went to...
Oh, did you see El Monte memes?
I did, yeah. So I was like, yeah, he pulled up. Elementary school, preschool, kindergarten, pretty much up until high school. And then I went to high school over in Pomona while still living in El Monte. So.
Okay. And then you had a few things that you wanted to share with the community here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So something that I wanted to share about, I love... The reason why I love SGV is because the car culture, in the sense that OC has a big one, LA has a big one, but San Gabriel Valley has like its own special. It's not too big, but it has everything that I guess encompasses car culture. You got like the lowrider community. They have like their street scene over in El Monte. You got Fujiwara Cafe over in El Monte too, right off of like the Rosemead area. That does like the tuner kind of scene. Over in Roland Heights, it's kind of big too. They got Keenan and Status 7 does their own meets. But I like how there's over in El Monte, or I guess specifically San Gabriel Valley, there's a community that harbors enthusiasts instead of having like all the takeover stuff that kind of happens over in other areas. So
That we won't mention, but
yeah.
okay.
But
And what are some other things that you love about the SGV?
just core memories from growing up here. My father who's passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. He's pretty much the one that got me into cars. So we would go to like Irwindale Speedway.
Oh, that's closing down.
It's
yeah.
actually closing down. So
Yeah, sad.
December 21st is the last day. So great to have a memory over there. Check it out. I guess if this comes out before then, but.
You know, we had the innovators of drifting on our show.
Really?
Yeah,
must have missed
Benson
that one.
Shu, and that hasn't released yet.
Oh.
Benson Shu
Okay.
and
Hell yeah.
Nadine. And, Nadine actually drove as a stunt driver for Fast and the Furious. They were very, they didn't want that movie to kind of, taint the culture.
Right.
You know? But yeah, you should check it out when it comes out.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Estimated time?
Maybe within a month.
Okay, cool. Heck yeah, before the end of the year. You heard it here first. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And was there something else you wanted to share about your experience living here?
Just the food's great. I mean, another core memory is that me and my father would always go to the racetrack over in Santa Anita, so
Oh, okay.
tons of fun stuff over there. They have like the 66 night market and
Sounds
all that
like you
fun
had
stuff.
a pretty good relationship with your dad.
Yeah, father was great, Mom too, but both of them great. Just I guess a little bit more fun stuff that me and my dad would always go to. My mom would always try to take me out to LA or OC to kind of experience out there because that's where she was from. But my dad was born and raised pretty much the same house that we grew up in San Gabriel Valley.
And your name is very unique. Can you talk about that?
Sure. My father came up with it. He said that if I were to become a girl, my mom was going to name me, but since I came out a boy, my father had rights to it.
Okay.
He said he thought of it when he was 14. He went to actually El Monte High School, so I guess maybe I mean he was kind of I don't know, a wild child, so I think maybe he just came up with it one day. He said he thought of it when he was 14. If I ever had a son, I'm going to name him Squire, but there's no real backstory behind it like that.
That's a
everyone's
backstory.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it is. Everyone's is it after the guitar? Is it after this and that? And it's no, it's just, that's what he decided to name me, so I appreciate it, though. Thank you.
Yeah, and how did you come across our show?
I think it was around COVID time. It was just through Instagram stories, scrolling and stuff, and came up, and I was yeah, I'm from SGV. I'd like to know what's going on. I know Monte Memes is here too, and that's how I came across him. So just getting local news, and then also the history is kind of how the dichotomy between the two pages, how I came across it. But
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, love it.
Did you get a picture with him?
Not yet. Right after this, I'm scrolling by over.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Squire, thank you so much for supporting the show and for coming out today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, it seems like we're speaking super fast, huh?
Yeah.
I think you guys are pretty efficient.
I think we're sort of moving through, and then they feel the pressure. Hi. Gina, love the art.
Thank you.
Wow, it's all over.
Thank
Please
you.
speak into the mic.
Hello,
And your name?
Gina Maserati.
Yeah. So you had a couple of things you wanted to share, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So first, let them know that you're one of us. Are you part of the SGV?
I've lived in San Gabriel Valley all my life. Rosemead. Then we moved to Friendly El Monte.
Okay.
Then Whittier. I've been in
Oh,
Alhambra.
you're Amani. So did you see Monte Memes?
Right. So I've lived in Alhambra for 21 years.
Okay, nice. Okay, so
Love
you're definitely one
Alhambra.
of us.
Yes.
Yeah. And what did you want to share with our audience today?
So I know that everybody always talks about the Chinese food, the Mecca. San Gabriel Valley is the Mecca of Chinese food, which it is.
Yes.
But nobody ever talks about the pockets, the gems. I was mentioning to you that my dad used to take us to Petrillo's.
Oh yes,
That's
Petrillo's. Huge pizza,
Right?
lots of toppings. Yeah.
Double pep, But yeah, and then Claro's, and
you told me
Angela's.
over the phone that you used to do this payday pizza thing.
Yeah, so
That's so cool.
before the pandemic, my coworker and I, we would, we called it payday pizza. We get paid twice a month. And we would go and venture out to different pizza spots. And you think there's not a lot in Pasadena or the surrounding areas. There's so many. I'm all shout out to Santabello.
Oh my gosh, Setabello.
So good, so
Wow.
good. Love
Yes.
it, love it.
And if you don't know, it's they have a wood-fired oven inside.
Yes,
right?
I love wood fire, wood brick.
Yeah.
That's
So, and when I first heard you talking about pizza, like you were like all into pizza. So
I have pizza tattooed, like literally, like tattoos
oh,
of
okay,
pizza.
okay. And so what makes a great pizza in your opinion?
The sauce, the cheese, the pepperoni, like the roni cups as they call them,
Oh, is that when it like curls
when
up?
it curls,
and it gets like oil in there.
Yes, you just
And when
so
the edges
good.
are crispy.
Oh, so good.
And are you like a thin crust?
I
or-
love both. So
Okay.
like I'm not a pizza snob. I will pay top dollar. I will pay $5. Whatever. I like thin crust and thick. You name it. I'm not a.
And you shared with me a story of like what you had gone through into what you were doing today. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So I do face painting, right? I do face painting for birthday parties, special events, and I got into it because a friend of mine was. She used to be a clown back in the day, right?
Like a bayasa?
Bayasa, yes, she was a clown, and so I guess she found like, the money was more in like the face painting, and so at the time I mentioned to you that I was like a struggling single mom trying to like,
Make ends meet.
pay rent, pay the bills, and she was like, Gina, like, why don't you get into this? I'll teach you, and so she basically like took me under her wing, and provided paint for me and brushes for me and like showed me technique. And
Sounds like she really cared for you.
Yes, definitely. And that's community.
Yeah.
I'm forever indebted to her. She's an amazing artist, and that's how I got involved with it, and that's how my journey kind of expanded.
Yeah, a lot of people think that your journey is like just doing it on your own, but like nobody does it on their own.
Community. And we have like there's a group chat for like a group of face painters that if we need help, or if somebody's double booked and they need assistance, then we can go in and like go and help them, or whatever it may be. But it's definitely like amazing community, and you wouldn't think that.
And I bet the kids are like really excited to see.
Oh,
like,
definitely. Wherever there's kids, people want it. So whether it's a birthday party, I think I mentioned to you I did a wedding in Mount Washington recently. Just,
oh yes.
Yeah, animal shelters, wherever there's kids.
And how long does it take to do a full thing?
That really depends on like the design. If it's more like a simple design, or like more, details and like full face. If it's smaller, cheek art,
Oh, okay.
So. But
How much? Like what? Let's say a full face. It's like half an hour.
No, not even.
No?
No, maybe 5 minutes, 8 minutes
What?
tops. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because you have to think we're doing a party, and there's lines of kids. I mean, I go to parties and like sometimes there's 5 kids. I go to parties and there's 50 plus.
Are the kids ever like disappointed? Are like, oh, this doesn't look like.
I've never had a kid say, "Oh, this is ugly." Like sometimes they look at themselves and they're like shocked, but it's always like, "Oh, I love it. I look so good."
I bet, right?
I was face painting this girl the other day, and she closed her eyes and she was so excited. And I looked at her and I was like, "Are you ready?" She's like, "I look good. I just know it." Like she felt it,
Oh, that must feel really good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun for kids, and
It's almost like selling ice cream. Like no one goes to buy ice cream and they're like in a bad mood or going to leave it in a
right,
bad mood.
exactly. Or eat pizza and in a bad mood, right?
Yeah. And so how can people find you?
Blue Sky Face Painting.
Blue Sky
Face Painting, yes. On Instagram or on
Instagram.
Facebook. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Thank
you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
Please
it.
hang out a little bit out there.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Thank you so much.
Watch the cable behind.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Oh, representing Duck's Restaurant. Yeah, of course. Hey, watch the cable.
Okay, yeah, sure.
The legendary Ducks.
All right.
So
we are live.
please come close to the mic.
Sure.
Yeah. So thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
We chatted a little bit online.
Yeah. It's an honor to be on the show, man. It's you guys are doing a great thing for the community, so
Awesome.
Honored to be here.
Thank you. And talk to me why you chose that to wear that today.
Oh yeah, as you know, on Instagram, Insta Howard Eats, I just go and around 626 and eat at San Gabriel local food spots, and Ducks is like one of my favorite spots. So family-owned business, so wanted to represent.
Awesome. I expected you to be Asian, but I didn't expect you to be 6'3".
Oh yeah. I'm pretty big. Yeah.
6'4". Are you 6'4"?
I'm 6'2".
6'2".
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome. And what inspired you to do your Insta Howard Eats?
So it all started during COVID. I was posting a lot on SGV Eats on Facebook, and from that, the LA Times actually contacted me, and they wanted one of my wife's recipes to be featured in the LA Times. And I was like, I don't want people following my personal one.
Yeah.
So I kind of created this food account, and I would go around to these restaurants that were kind of like they're struggling because it was during COVID to kind of promote our city and promote the food that's around our city. I think we have like one of the best places to eat in all of LA, and I just wanted to share that with the community and other people to come enjoy the cuisine here.
And let them know, like, are you an SGVer?
Yes, I do live in SGV. I actually live like down the street from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I am
Born
an
and
SGV.
raised?
I'm not born and raised. I'm actually born. I was born in LA.
Okay.
I lived in Koreatown.
We forgive you.
Yeah. I was raised in Palmdale, and then I've been living here for like 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
awesome. I mean, the SGV is a pretty incredible place.
Yes, absolutely. My wife's from the SGV. She grew up in Monterey Park. Even though I grew up in Palmdale, I'd always come out here, go eat at NBC Seafood. Like this is a very special place for me.
And what's a favorite or like childhood memory restaurant in the SGV for you?
In the SGV, it's definitely going to NBC for like big weddings and banquets and all that. But I really enjoyed going to the Hat too. The Hat is a very great spot in Alhambra.
Oh man, weddings, like you get the cold appetizers first.
Yeah. It's a whole spiel. So my family, we knew the people at NBC restaurant.
Yeah.
Very well. Yeah.
Oh, and the Hat. What do you like to get at the Hat?
The Hat. Oh, you gotta get the chili cheese fries with pastrami, pickles, tomatoes, and onions. Yeah, that's for sure. You gotta get that.
What's on your list of places that you're gonna hit up next for your Instagram?
For my Instagram, I would say there's a new, there's Golden Deli. I was just there yesterday, but I definitely, I just go to anything local. Golden Deli's around here. Bopo Mofo's right here. So a lot of the places I've been to already. So.
Oh, you like to stick like right around where?
Yeah, I like to stick around right around here.
So have you been to this Paris Baguette before?
Yes, I've been to this Paris Baguette. I feel like this little section has become like a little Koreatown. There's a lot of Korean restaurants here. So.
Well,
Jason, really cool.
Jason actually helps to curate.
Really? Oh,
clientele
cool.
here.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
So Jason, he's Korean, but like his connections, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So he brought in, all the people here.
Yeah.
But it's definitely nice to have this sort of place here rather than having to go out to K-Town.
Yeah, for sure. And that's they got Yukdaegjang over there too. But I love the city. One thing I also want to talk about was kind of like another thing besides food that I do is I play TCG card games.
Yeah, tell them about that.
In the community, and I feel like that's a little sub-community within SGV. So it's like there's a food scene, but there's also a trading card game scene, and I've been heavily involved with that. Follow me, I'm Lorcana Man on Instagram, but it's
Lorcana Man?
Lorcana, yeah. So Lorcana. It's basically like Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, but with Disney cards. But what I found was like that's a very small niche community within a community, and it's a really great. We have a really strong community of players here, and getting to know the players here. And one of the guys from our local shops actually was second place in the championships, and we got the creators of the game to come to SGV too. So it's a really great sub community.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, Howard, I appreciate you stopping by and sharing that with us.
Yeah.
So let them know again what's your other Instagram account?
Yeah, it's either It's a Howard Eats on Instagram and Lorcana Man. So
awesome.
Follow.
Well, yeah, I hope you hang out for the raffle here, and maybe I can talk to you some more out there.
Yeah, cool. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Take care. Bye.
Watch the court. Hi, Lee. Can you come to the close to the mic?
Okay. How does it
Awesome.
sound?
Welcome. So I seen you. Oh,
Yeah.
I see you all over social media. Now I get to
Because
see you
of
in
my
person.
husband, yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for coming by. And I was like, when I was talking to you, I was like, you probably know all about what's going on. But what did you want to share with the community today?
I want to share about our new business we launched back in June this summer. It's Mr. Henry Taps. So it's a mobile bar service in Los Angeles and Orange County.
Mobile bar service. Okay. So say more about that.
Yeah, so Mr. Henry, he's actually a 1940 Ford, a classic car, F1 V8 flat hat. I'm learning the terms.
You delivered it nicely there.
Mr. Henry has 5 taps on board, so we can serve up to 5 drinks at a time, and then we serve beer, juice, wine, and then for events. So I think it brings like a really elevated look and a classic look for events. Yeah.
And how does someone acquire a car like that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, looking back, I think it's kind of a crazy story, and then to some extent, I think it was an impulsive purchase.
Okay.
So back in February, Gary, my husband, had a listing in Temecula. So we're there a lot. One day we just went to a bar, and then they served beer from a classic vehicle, like directly from the tap. We thought that was so cool. So we started a conversation with the owner, and then he said, "Oh, might be one for sale in Bakersfield," and then we're just, interested, inquiry, like very clueless and harmless. And then Gary asked me, he said, "Do you want to get it? Are you interested in getting it?" And he thought it would be an instant no from the wife. And then I was like, "How much?" And then he gave me a number. I did a calculation in my head about 30 seconds. I was like, "Yeah, maybe, yeah, let's do it." He was very surprised, yeah.
Calculation based on like how much you saw them selling that day and like what you could charge?
Yeah, so Gary and I are we do a lot of events. So I'm in the event management space as well. So I do hire vendors to serve my event, from mobile bar services to coffee bars. So I know how much we can charge, and then based on the purchase price, it's pretty doable. And then with the connections we have around San Gabriel Valley, we never seen a car like this before, so I thought it could be a hot community. So
And what kind of events would you typically go to?
we do private and public events. So since we launched in June with the birthday parties, and also the biggest event we did was in September. We served a 500 people event for the Beverly Center. There is a
you can handle that many people?
yeah.
Wow.
Five
I guess you can just bring extra cakes or something.
Yeah, and then we'll have bartenders there. And also after that, we did a private dinner at the estate in Pasadena. I think it used to belong to the Beverly Hills, the housewife of Beverly Hills, Erica Jane. So at that house.
She was a client of mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way. Yeah. So my husband used to work for the agency. We kind of were.
Did you meet her? Do you know her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we met her. We were on season 9 finale a lot. So we're the backgrounds, but it was fun. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And so, they can't just pull up and see this. They have to sort of set it up with you where they order it or they serve it.
Yeah. So Henry, he does drive, but not too far. So I would say within 10 or 15 miles, we can just bring it over, and then our staff will hook up the the tubes and everything, the kegs. But if it's further, we will have to tow it. Yeah.
And you refer to it as if it's like a person.
Yeah. So that's where I wanted him to be. When we first got it, like we were thinking about what the name should be, and then we chat GPT, the research it back and forth, bounce back and forth idea, but nothing was it. So I would just look up Henry Ford, like Ford in general, and then his last name was Henry. So like, why not just Mr. Henry, as in Henry Ford? Yeah.
Awesome. And what's the best way to get a hold of you if people are interested in that?
You can follow us on Instagram, Mr. Henry Taps, and then also we have website is Mr. Henry Taps as well. And of course, you can either call me or my husband, and then we have
Awesome.
numbers
Well,
there.
Lei, pleasure to meet you today. Thank you for coming in.
having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. One of the people who helped really put this together and coordinated, here she comes, the one and only Diana. Yeah, Di Eats LA. I actually saw your stuff before. Come close to the mic. I saw your stuff before, and I really liked it. But what did you want to share with people today?
I mean, I pretty much grew up in the San Gabriel Valley like my whole life. My parents, or my family and I immigrated here from Taiwan when I was 2 to the San Gabriel Valley, San Gabriel specifically. I just felt like it was still Asia. I never left. It's just, speaking of community, it's just like the Asian community is so vast here, and I just wanted to kind of just share what we have and just bring it out into social media and just bring awareness and just support local.
Yeah. And what inspired you to do? So you are a food influencer, or you love to highlight food, basically.
Yeah. I've always taken pictures of food. I've always just been curious of food. I appreciate the art of food, just everything about it.
But I mean, you have a very artistic way of displaying it, because a lot of people just go to their restaurant and do the same thing, right? So where did you get the passion for all that?
I mean, I have always had a creative eye. I'm actually an interior designer at an architectural firm. That's my full-time job. So, I mean, for me, it was just another way to kind of itch that creative itch for me. So yeah, and I love to eat, so why not combine both?
And so how did you first get started into doing this kind of stuff on Instagram?
You know, it's really funny because I think it was like about last year on my birthday. I was like, you know what? I want to learn how to make a reel, and it pretty much started from there.
Okay.
And I think I just started like doing these food things, and then eventually like restaurants started to reach out to me, and then like I just found my community of foodies, and I just realized we have to support each other. You know, like we have to like encourage each other and share our resources and come together. I just feel like that's why I just care about like the community that we've like made, and just being able to like just spread this out to everybody.
Yeah, because I mean, only people who create content know the feeling of like really feeling good about something, spending so much time, and then putting it out to the world, and then like you're like, oh.
This is the stuff I do on my free time. There's many things I could be doing in my free time, but for me, it's just purely the joy of going out to support these local businesses, these restaurants, and just to like enjoy their food, and then try to just bring that out and share it to everybody else that I think should be made aware of.
And you know, so you sort of were this hub for people like, you know, coming here. How did you get connected with all these other food influencers?
I mean, you just kind of start like looking at the restaurants that you want to eat at or something, and then you start seeing like people post about that, and then eventually, you know, you just start supporting and just getting to know each other, and we just realize, hey, you know what, we're not that far away. Why don't we create a community together? And then from there, it just kind of branched. And we realized with that darn algorithm, like you kind of like regionally, you just want to support each other. And we've noticed that since we've come together, everyone has just naturally grown because of it.
I think I actually saw you like maybe travel to Texas to do something too, like a food thing. Did you do that? Or was it like a Texas barbecue thing you did?
I did like a Texas barbecue.
Maybe
thing,
you didn't, maybe it wasn't in Texas.
I wasn't traveling in Texas, but I'm glad that you thought that I did, because that's the whole point, right?
Yeah, and you know, so I do video editing, and I can see people's content, and I can imagine the effort that goes into people's content. And I mean, for one, there's so many different cuts, and there's so many different angles, and so many different things. Like why do you choose that kind of style?
I mean, you could probably attribute it to my ADD. Like, there's just so much that I'm filming, and I just wanted to like just highlight all the parts that I thought was like actiony or just like really like just interesting and like cool to me. So I just have to like include every little piece, and I feel like with everyone's attention span these days, that's kind of what it takes to capture your attention. Like the first 3 seconds matter.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I also want to ask one more question. How is your husband every time you go out to eat when you're like he's hungry and you're capturing food?
I hear it from him all the time, but he knows the drill. He knows not to touch any of the food until I'm done. But
Awesome.
Yeah, he's good.
Well, Diana, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
All right. Wow, I feel like these are so super speedy, huh? Watch the cable there.
So quickly.
It does, right?
The one thing, if I don't get to, if you can ask me, is a place I would recommend, or like my favorite place. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Oseo.
Well, it's the stage is yours. What do you want to say to the audience here?
Oh, we're live. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Well, we'll start with who you are.
My name's Michelle. I'm Michelle. I am an entrepreneur.
Oh, is that you right there?
This is me. Yeah, that's me right there. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a foodie content creator. I am a recently published children's book author. I am a small business owner, so I do a lot of different things.
Wow.
My small business is Konos. It's a brand of rolled biothane dog leashes, and I've been doing food content creation for the past 8 months or so.
And what got you started in that?
I've been a foodie my entire life.
Okay.
One of my mom's favorite stories about me is when I was in elementary school, and I actually grew up in San Francisco, but I moved down here before high school, so I went to Arcadia High.
Okay.
But when I was in elementary school, we had a family friend who was babysitting myself and my younger sister. And this family friend was like, I'm going to score as an auntie. I'm going to be the best aunt ever. I'm going to take them to McDonald's for dinner. And so we go to our local mall, and there's a McDonald's there. And when
Santa Anita?
No, this was actually up in the Bay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And so when we get there, I turned to this family friend, and I was like, actually, and I was in elementary school, so I was like, actually, is it okay if we go get that Korean barbecue beef bowl in the food court? So from a very early age, I was very intentional about the meals I was having, and you know, as I got older, that's never changed. And so this past year, I mean, I've been filming food and me eating food for years, but it really wasn't until this year that I was like really more intentional about it. So that's kind of how I got started this year. And then I found my community of foodie friends, which has been really awesome and just probably the best part of this experience, honestly.
Yeah. And you said you are a foodie. What makes you a foodie versus someone who likes food?
It's on my mind constantly. I really enjoy good food. I think what makes me a foodie is enjoying all aspects of food. So I really enjoy like cooking, which again, like if you just enjoy eating good food, like that doesn't necessarily mean you're not a foodie if you don't cook. But I really enjoy cooking. I'm the type of person where as soon as I have lunch, I'm like, what's for dinner? And that's literally what I would ask my mom as a kid when she walked through the door. She was a single mom raising myself and my sister, and so she would get home from her job, and the first thing I would say to her is, what's for dinner? I also really love just the aspect of supporting these local small businesses, and again, like really being intentional about where I'm eating and intentional about who I'm supporting as much as I can. And there's so many great businesses here in San Gabriel Valley to support.
And are there any favorites?
My favorite is probably, there's so many that I like, but one of my favorites is probably Oseo Shabu Shabu in Pasadena. That has ruined Shabu Shabu for me.
Only 4 spots per night, right? Like you only 4 spots to sit down.
They have decent amount
I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. I'm thinking of Osawa.
Oh, Osawa is also very good. However,
okay.
Oseo's sesame sauce is the best that I've ever had. And full transparency, I do manage their socials now, but the reason why I started working with them, and they're actually the only restaurant I work with professionally, that the reason why I started working with them is because I've been going there for almost a decade, so almost as long as they've been open, and I just really wanted to support them. I want them to succeed, and I want everyone to know about them.
Awesome. I actually have been going there since they opened also, and I actually do love them. So,
yeah.
Michelle, thank you so much for coming here.
Thank
I appreciate
you so much
it.
for having me. It was great to meet you.
Please speak into the mic.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Estrella.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank
you for
you.
coming. So,
Thank you so much.
tell them a little bit about you.
Of course. My name is Estrella. My alias is Starfit Foodie, and I am a content creator full time.
What got you into that?
You know, I've always loved to cook, but it started before then. I used to do a lot of makeup videos and really got into that. But then my love for food, because my family is just deeply rooted into eating and getting together and eating. So I just started hosting a lot and just getting into preparing recipes for my family. But then aside from that, I also started doing a meal prep business. So that also helped me kind of get creative with what I love to do. And of course, going out to eat and finding local spots, that's always been a favorite thing to do.
And what kind of food do you like to cook?
A little bit of everything, to be honest. My favorite would have to be Mexican. I'm Salvadorian, so of course my Salvadoran dishes do come first. But when it comes to getting creative with flavors, Mexican food is one of my favorites for sure.
Is pupusas are Salvadorian?
Pupusas are definitely Salvadorian.
and do you make that?
Of course I make pupusas.
And so, what type of food places do you like to make content at?
You know, living here in San Gabriel Valley, we are very lucky to, have a pretty diverse type of different meals, right? We have Asian food. I love Thai food. So one of my favorites is Kraw Thai in West Covina. And then Salvadorian food, they've been popping up a lot too. One of my favorites in West Covina is also Pupusa de la Reina. So, I'm very local. I like to eat local. I like to help out the community that's around us. And in West Covina, a lot of my local spots, we have Haven City now that it just opened up a whole different, volume of different places that we can try, from Taiwanese, Chinese, Korean, and then Salvadorian inside of there too. So, a little bit of everything I like to eat.
I see. And did you grow up here in the SGV?
I grew up in West Covina, and I love West Covina. I actually lived out here in Alhambra for about a year. I know that Alhambra has so many gems too. And then I ended up leaving to San Diego for a couple of years. I would say like 6 years, and then moved back to West Covina.
And how did you get connected with this group here?
Luckily, it's a group of very empowering women who just support each other with our content, and it's been such a nice ride getting to know everybody and just seeing that we're all from San Gabriel Valley, and just to see that we have a network here of community.
Yeah. Well, let them know again, how can they find you online?
You can find me on Instagram under StartFitFoodie and TikTok as well under StartFitFoodie.
Starfit Foodie. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Do you want a microphone also?
You can share.
So-
Here, watch out with the cord, baby girl. Okay.
Speak close to the mic, okay? So tell us your name.
Hi everyone, so my name's Lisa Dang, and this is my daughter, London Dang. Say hi, baby.
What's your name?
London.
London. London. Welcome, London. And you're our Lisa Dang.
Yes.
And what's your Instagram handle?
It's Dang It All.
And how did you get into doing food content?
Well, I've always loved Yelp, right? I've always been a big Yelper and trying different places. My goal was always to try at least one new place off of my bookmarks or just finding new places. So one day my husband was like, you should really join Instagram and start posting on Instagram all the places that you tried. And so, now it's like I kind of been able to share my love for food with my little ones.
And when you go out, is your mom always making content when you guys go out to eat?
Yes.
And do you get to participate in that?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you like to do?
I like to be in her videos because she could tag me because she never really has time to do my Instagram because I can't do it.
And do you like to also go out and eat at different places and experience new things?
Yes.
What is a favorite place of yours?
I don't know.
And do you think that you're going to create content when you get older?
Yes.
Like your mom? Yeah? Do you guys watch the numbers go up when you post it and you're like the response from the community?
They actually love her being on my Instagram. And I think that's what makes us kind of do so well sometimes is having that mother-daughter kind of bond.
Yeah. And do you guys also cook together?
We cook, we bake a little bit more, because we all have a sweet tooth. So we tend to bake cookies, cupcakes, things like that.
And how would you describe the kind of content that you make and put out there? What's your style?
That's a good question.
Is it just to, oh, good.
No, go ahead.
Is it to showcase your personality, or is it all the food?
It's a little bit of both, I would say. I try to make sure I capture the essence of the restaurant, right? However they're presenting the dish, and then us enjoying the food, because showing our viewers what we're enjoying, how it really tastes, and then kind of describing that in the caption.
Oh, so your face reaction to eating something is there?
Yes, so that's new because I am actually very camera shy. So actually showing my face and then having my daughter on front of the camera is something new as well, because a lot of people have been saying okay, I see you posting, but I don't know what you look like, We really want to see what you look like and you enjoying the food. So I took that into consideration and finally just put myself out there.
And you like to see yourself on the reel?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part? Do you like to show when you're eating something, or what do you like about that?
Yeah, I like eating. When she posts it, I like to help her with it and add a bunch of the emojis and stuff.
And do you get into the process of the editing the video? Do you see that part also?
Yeah.
And are you editing the videos?
I'm editing, and she sees me editing, and then sometimes I'll show her what do you think, London? And then she'll say no, I think you should take that out, or we should do this instead. So she gives a lot of feedback.
Oh, okay. And what platform are you using to edit?
CapCut. Yeah.
Do you play with audio sounds and stickers too? Yeah. Do you do masks?
Huh?
Do you use the mask feature?
No.
I'm just learning that. Victoria is really great at it. She includes that in her videos, and I'm learning from her. So, tell them again how they can find you guys online.
I'm at Dang It All, and then London, you can share yours.
Fun with London.
Dang It All and Fun with London. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Come close to the mic. So, tell the viewers who you are.
Hi, my name is Monica. Some of you might know me from my Instagram. It's mtravelicious, where I showcase about food and travel content. and also the food specifically around the San Gabriel area as well as Los Angeles.
And Monica, how did you get started into doing food content, food and travel content?
Food and travel. I think it started when right after the pandemic hits, and it's kind of like an outlet for me to like relieve some stress as well as sharing my passion and love for the community. That with all the food and cultural stuff around the area.
And are you a local SGVer?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Where did you grow up? Or where are you from?
I'm actually from Indonesia.
Okay.
I came here when I was 18 for college, and ever since I got here, like SGV has always been like home, far away from home. Yeah.
Were you surprised when you first got here of how it was?
Yes, I was expecting like full like typical stereotypical American culture. I didn't expect to meet a lot of Asian American, let alone that like places where you can find like different types of food that reminds you of home. Yeah.
And when I was growing up here, there wasn't a big Indonesian culture. I mean, I had an Indonesian friend in elementary school.
Right.
But now there's a lot more, right?
Yeah,
a big community here.
Yes, that's surprising, and it's pretty nice to to have places to go to.
But even so, like the community itself is welcoming of everybody, regardless of what Asian you are.
Yes.
I mean, even if you're not Asian. So, did your family land here in the SGV right when you came?
Yes.
And where did you guys land?
I think we first lived in Pasadena.
Oh, Pasadena, okay.
Yeah.
Pasadena is like pocketed.
Yes, it is pocketed, and then after that, you get to know more about like San Gabriel, Alhambra. So, yeah.
And what are some of your favorite SGV food places?
My favorite, I have to give a shout out to my favorite Indonesian restaurant. Okay. It's called Borneo Kalimantan. It's down the street in Alhambra.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what are some other places? Isn't there like a Indonesian, I'll say older lady who became very famous over the pandemic, and she was like selling like a homemade something kitchen.
Medan Kitchen, yes, the one in San Gabriel, down in Valley.
On
Yes,
Valley.
yes.
Medan Kitchen.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Indonesian food, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and any other places that you like here?
I think mostly like poke bowl and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that new to you, or are you first experienced it here?
I think that's absolutely new for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell them again one time, how can they get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me by following my page at mtravelicious on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Bonnie.
Yes.
Bonnie's such a kind soul. I was so worried in that meeting, to tell you guys, and like you spoke up, and I was like, oh my gosh, onto the mic. So Bonnie, tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Bonnie of Oh My Bonnie with triple O's, H_my_Bonnie. But yes, I am an IG, a content creator, but also more than that, I'm Thai and Chinese, born here, and also I have two wonderful sons who are on the spectrum, and we kind of use, going to all these like foodie events to explore and to really have fun, They get to try all sorts of food, and I'm just happy that I get to share all these foodie moments with them. And and SGV has so many fun places. So
yeah, and you brought something with you.
Yes. So I recently did such a fun workshop at Plushumi, which is like a plushie workshop. And it is the best 2.5 hours you can do, because you can create cute little plushie animals yourself. Like they give you a yarn and you just spin your own little plushie, and it's so much fun. And I decided to make a twin me.
I was gonna ask, is that you?
Yes, it's totally me. It's totally me. Pasadena has a lot of great new places to hang out, and one of the activities to do is to create your own plushie.
Oh, it's in Pasadena.
It's in Pasadena, and then we had such a great time there.
And you said you have two sons on the spectrum.
I have two sons on the spectrum.
It must be challenging.
It is challenging, but it's one of those things where you are not alone. So if anyone that's struggling to, find someone to connect with kids that are on the spectrum, I can definitely, be that voice for you to kind of help you out, because it's not a scary thing. Everyone's unique. Everyone has their quirks, and it's amazing.
And Thai and Chinese, I guess, is not that rare, but I think you may be the first that I've met with that combination. You must eat some really great food then.
Yes. So there's, my parents used to have a Thai restaurant in Long Beach.
Oh.
And then after the Thai restaurant, we would definitely go to San Wu, all the way over here in San Gabriel, because it would open until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And it was great Chinese food when you needed it and inexpensive. And I'm so glad it's still there. It's one of the longest San Wus that you can go to.
Yeah. And what are some other SGV favorites of yours?
Well, also another SGV favorite of mine is, again, in Pasadena. There's this place called Starleaf, and it's the most beautiful Asian restaurant you're gonna go to. And they focus on like Thai cuisine, Malaysian, Vietnam, kind of like the South Asian foods. And it is not only delicious, but beautiful, and makes you feel like very upscale and elegant. So if you wanted to impress someone, that is the place to go to.
That's at the Old Roy's, right?
Yes, Old Roy's.
Yeah. I've seen some video of it. It looks beautiful inside. I've not been in though.
It's so beautiful, and you'll be so amazed. And it's one of those things where, like, you don't need to go to like a fancy American steakhouse. You can go to Starleaf and have that same like a first impressive impression.
Awesome. Well, Bonnie, thank you so much for coming. I hope you'll hang out so I can talk to you a little bit more after.
Yes, thank you.
Wow, this is like really power. Like for me, it's challenging. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hi.
Dana.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the show. Oh, please speak into the mic. So let them know who you are.
Wait, who am I? Okay, hi. I'm Dana. I'm from the SGV, and I'm really happy to be here today to talk about my experience with the community.
Yeah. So you're from the SGV?
I am.
Whereabouts?
So I'm from Arcadia.
Okay.
So I really like what SGV Podcast is doing, because you guys are talking about individual stories from the SGV community. So kind of wanted to talk about mine because it was really important in growing up. So I grew up in Arcadia, and a huge part of our community and our sense of identity is the marching band. So I had the opportunity to be the drum major for 2 years, which is the leader of the band. And I did not realize how much I would have learned here and how much I still apply like what I learned today.
Through the marching band.
Yeah. So I think what this community activity really taught me was building relationships, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be talking about what achievements did you do, what accolades do you have. It's who did you spend your time with, what relationships do you have to form who you are today. So I just wanted to give a shout out to like all my marching band homies. You guys know who you are.
Well, that's really beautiful. I mean, I praise Diana for curating the group that came, right? And like, when I first spoke to her, I said like, these people need to really care about the community, right? Well, I'm impressed that you chose that to share with our audience. So, yeah, absolutely. Relationships probably matter most. Are there some people in your life who had like been influential to you or mentored you?
Yeah, I actually wanted to I was speaking to my mentor from high school because I talked about this SGV podcast. I was like, you are my role model from the SGV, so I wanted to talk about him. Alan Takashi Riley was my drum major coach, and he's the one who really instilled these values of relationships. My partner, who I'm still with today, he was from my high school. So if it wasn't for SGV and being able to connect with so many talented, so many like-minded individuals, I wouldn't be here today knowing these amazing people.
And how does someone connect with you? Because just having knowledge isn't enough to pass that on, right? Like, how do these people connect with you that you resonated with them?
Yeah, so I think a big part of Arcadia and SGV, maybe it's an Asian American thing, but it's work hard, play hard. And that's what's got me started into foodie content. I did not realize like I would be so connected with my roots today, because I went to Berkeley for undergrad. I came back, I started law school, and I realized that food has always been a huge comfort to me. It's a great opportunity to reconnect with people because everyone needs to eat. So we get to share our stories, catch up while being able to have comfort food, and that's sundubu for me. Dumplings, Garden Cafe. These are all like really special spots, and I would love to connect with people over that.
Your face just like totally lit up talking about those places.
Yeah.
When people engage with your content online that you're creating, what are you hoping that they're getting from it?
I emphasize that these certain spots are good for being with friends or being with family. So I would hope that they would understand that food is not just about eating, but about connecting with others.
Yeah, you're a very relational person.
Yes.
I can see that's all
Yeah.
very important to you. So, Dana, tell them again how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, so my main platform is Instagram, dana.cho. I should be better about TikTok and YouTube, so I'm going to start doing that as well.
Awesome. Dana, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, welcome. Come close to the mic and tell them who you are.
Hello, I'm Pat. I'm a food and lifestyle blogger in Southern California. In my personal life, I do a PhD in physics at USC.
A PhD in physics. Okay, that was surprising. That's wow. I imagine that's pretty challenging.
I guess.
And so, what got you into doing food content?
Because I love eating.
Oh, and where did you get that from? Like growing up, was food a big part of like your family celebrations around food?
Yeah, I grew up in Thailand, where everyone knows has the best food, right?
Is it? Okay. And as a person from Thailand, what's, in your opinion, the best Thai food here in the San Gabriel Valley?
Oh my God, I have never had Thai food in San Gabriel Valley,
What?
actually.
Oh, does that mean that it's not good, or you already go to your normal spots?
I thought there are only Chinese and like Guangdong food in.
No. Well, okay, I don't know authentic Thai, so I wouldn't be able to know. I just know I like it. There's a President Thai on Rosemead. You never been there?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's been there. So you're a food content creator, but you're doing a PhD in physics. Do you love physics?
I love physics.
What do you love about physics?
I love the reasoning.
The what?
The reasoning.
The reasoning.
Yeah, and you can work out all the equations.
Oh, so like you're very logic is very important to you.
I guess.
Like things have to make sense.
But you also have to use creativity.
Okay. And what do you hope to do with a PhD in physics?
I work in quantum computing.
And what does that mean?
So
Sorry, I feel like I don't know any of this.
It feels like an interview that I have to explain physics to the general audience, right?
Okay. So you want your, and when will you be finished with your PhD?
In a few years, I guess.
And what do you hope to your content to grow into?
So right now I'm doing transitioning from food contents. I used to be just a food blogger, and now I have lifestyle contents. I bring you to must-try restaurants, like must-see events or places, and also now some must-have items like shirt.
Okay,
Yeah,
must-have
fashion.
items.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, please tell them again your Instagram handle and to get in touch with you.
So yeah, I am at On Tasty Spots. So I bring you on tasty spots.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Hi, come speak close to the mic.
Oh, hello.
And tell them who you are.
Hi, my name is Jennifer. Jennifer Hoare, and my handler is JHUOR on Instagram.
Awesome. And
Yes.
what's your connection to the SGV?
Well, let's see. I was not technically born here, but
Uh-oh,
I was
uh-oh.
raised here for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I came here when I started in middle school. So from there until now, actually.
Okay, and whereabouts did you grow up?
I was born in Rolling Heights area.
Oh, legit. Okay,
Uh-huh.
you're SGV.
Yes, somewhat.
And what got you into doing food content?
I want to say that came out of like, I want to say a hobby of mine when I was in a very dark place in my time.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like in a, I guess I would say like a 5-year verbal abusive relationship.
Oh yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. So from there, I just wanted like a space where I wanted to do something on my own and something like fun. So from there, I just like started taking pictures of like food and everything, and then from there, I just like came up to where I am right now on my Instagram feed. Mostly, I want to like take people through kind of like a snapshot or like a yearbook. When I first started it, like a yearbook of like what I want to like, what I am going through in my life, I would say.
Yeah, I as a survivor of an abusive relationship myself, I know that losing yourself is a big thing while you're in it, and finding who you are, what you love to do again is like part of that healing process. So you must really have loved food and creating that whole time, and then you just sort of.
Yes, that was like my only thing that was like helping me, like become like sane again, I would say.
And what kind of food content do you like to create?
For me, anything really. It's mostly like, well, with my husband right now, we just go to like mostly places that we love to go eat, and we just like I just start like taking pictures of it, and then start putting it out there on my IG stories.
And what are some of the places you like to go eat?
Oh well, for me, we definitely love Asian food for sure. So we always love to go to pho places.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you're going to start a war here when we post this stuff. So go.
Oh, no,
what are your
no,
favorite
no.
pho places?
Oh, damn. Well, there is one over here in Alhambra called Pho and More.
Pho and More.
Yeah.
Okay, I never heard about that. Okay.
Yep. In Alhambra, like across the street from Cusco. That's where the location is.
Okay.
And then another place that we just recently found out is in El Monte. I think it's called Pho Ha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one, my coworker was the one who recommended that place, and it was bomb after.
Okay, so when you go to a pho place, you always get pho.
Yes, we always get pho.
And what do you get?
I always get their specials, the
The
pho.
combination?
Yeah, combination.
Brisket, rare, and like meatball and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
What? Why? Is that not?
Anytime we talk about food area being the best, like it always is like, because people love their food, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So tell them again how they can get in touch with you.
Oh, yeah, you can follow me on my IG, which is JHUOR. That's my handler right there. So come and check me out.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, please speak close to the mic. Tell the listeners who you are.
I'm Veronica, and I'm Crouching Tiger Hidden Foodie.
Awesome. And so you were already connected with all these foodies here before?
Correct.
Yeah. And Veronica, how did you get into doing food content?
I have a background of food. I've always loved food. I was working at a bakery, and then I got into a little injury, which I couldn't do any of the baking anymore. So I got into just wanting to go to a restaurant, try new things, try to expand my talent. And I got into food photography, which kind of got me into wanting to be more creative.
I see. And so I'm curious about the name. Where did you, I know where you got it, but why did you choose that name?
You know, that name, it just kind of showcases me as me kind of expanding my talent out. And at that time, it was so funny. Everybody was just doing movie names. I see like something Alice in Borderland was coming, and they're doing Alice in Foodieland or something. And yeah, I just wanted a movie name pretty much, and it sounded great.
And what's your connection to the San Gabriel Valley?
Oh, I love helping restaurants out. Like, they always look at my Instagram and they're like, "Oh, let's collab." And I just like to, I like to network.
Did you grow up here? Are you from?
I did. I went to high school here. I grew up here.
Where did you go?
Marquette High School.
Oh, you went to Marquette?
Yes.
Do you know I went to Marquette?
No.
Yeah.
I'm class of 06.
06?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 96.
Oh, not so far.
Okay, so you definitely grew up in this area.
I
then.
definitely did, yes.
Okay. And so are you doing food content creation full time?
I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to make it a business and trying to get my food photography out.
Food photography?
Yes.
Okay. And what type of food do you like to photograph?
Anything I can style. Mainly donuts and desserts, because that's my weakness.
Donuts and desserts?
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a pastry cook, so desserts
okay.
my thing.
Okay, and so let the listeners know where some favorite bakery spots or places to get sweets here.
Okay. California Donuts, one of my favorite spots, because they always do seasonal. They decorate it nicely. Like, it's something different.
California Donuts.
California
Where
Donuts
is that?
in K-Town.
Oh, K-Town.
Yes.
Oh, that's not SGV though.
Oh, okay. No, let's go SGV.
It's got to be SGV.
Where in SGV do I like to get sweets? Porto's Bakery works. Is that SGV?
I don't think so. I think their closest is in
There's
Glendale and Downey.
Downey, SGV.
Okay, well, how about a restaurant? What's a favorite restaurant here?
Will food truck work?
A food truck?
Yeah.
Is it in the SGV?
Yeah, they do SGV.
Okay.
Patty Meets Bun is one of my favorite.
What is it called?
Patty Meets Bun.
Patty meets bun.
They do fusion burgers. So each month they have different theme. Like they have an enchilada burger. They have they had a pho taco.
Pho taco?
Yeah, which I really liked. And the people are really nice there. They're really connected to foodies. They will work with you. That's what I like.
Where do they usually pull up?
In Temple City.
In Temple City.
There is a library across, I'm not sure exactly the street, but they're in Monterey Park in Temple City.
Oh, a pho taco.
Yeah, every month it changes.
What, okay, you gotta tell me what is in a pho taco?
Dude, it's
is it noodles, rice noodles in this?
No, it's just full like a.
The
I think
beef.
there's beef, and then there's like topping like cilantro and stuff like that.
And like hoisin, you put hoisin and.
Yeah, correct.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I actually don't know if I'm gonna like that. I'll try it, but I don't know that I'll drive to it.
I mean, I'm into fusion. I'm into different things. So if your palate is, I guess if you have this is acquired taste.
Oh, awesome. Well, tell them again how they can get in touch with you.
Crouching Tiger Hidden Foodie, or look up Veronica.
Crouching Tiger Hidden Foodie. Awesome. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna set this on here.
Okay.
There we go.
And come close to the mic. Welcome. Tell the viewers who you are.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa. I'm a photographer here in the San Gabriel Valley. Born and raised in El Monte, live in Temple City,
El Monte.
Arcadia.
Did you see Monte memes out there?
I've seen. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So, yeah, I'm here to represent El Monte.
Okay. So you're born and raised here.
Photography? Yeah,
Born and raised. So
that's it.
you're a total SGV to the core.
Yes.
Awesome. And what did you want to share with them today?
Right here.
Your photography.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
I'm building my business. I'm training my boys, my son. I've been a mentor for girls in photography. I'm also connected with Las Fotos Project in LA. So I mentor girls, teenage girls, or really anybody, any age.
You mentor them in photography, or is
in
this
photography?
in
yeah.
photography?
In photography. So whatever we cover, whether it's our city, our our families, our restaurants, or our businesses. So.
And how did you become passionate about photography?
About photography? Wow.
I like your hat, by the way, and the chain. The whole, yeah,
Bling,
very
bling.
cool. I'm like, hey, that's cool. Yeah.
Thank you. You got to look good wherever you go, whatever you do, right? I started, man, if I could trace it back, I was about 5 years old. I would practice taking pictures of my dolls, my toys.
Okay.
And so little did I know that that's product photography, right? So, then skip forward.
What were you shooting with?
A Kodak little
Like a
film
little-
camera.
okay.
Yeah, I would have fun with that. My sisters and I would also model in the backyard.
Okay.
So we would, before influencers became influencers, we would just do our own little home photo shoots.
And you had to
and
wait
that was
like a
fun
week
too.
or so to get the results, right?
Yeah. Or, if you were lucky enough to have the 24-hour, turnaround, then that was cool. But besides, playing with a camera as a kid, I decided to have my own family. I would practice on my kids again, who else? And then somebody told me, well, hey, you're good at this. Why don't you go to school for it? So I did. I went to Citrus College in Glendora. I found some amazing teachers. Mr. Carr, amazing photography professor. Him and his wife have mentored me, from the get-go. So I still work with them till this day. I volunteer with their nonprofit. I photograph their events. So, I'm here now, looking forward to, jumping into some new adventures in photography, meeting new people, covering things that I've covered before, but stepping it up and, working with my kids is, now that they're old enough, they're ready to jump into their career. And I think photography is just one of those amazing professions where you can affect anybody, in a good way.
And
So
does growth for you look like teaching more people or getting gigs?
both.
Both.
Both, without a doubt, because there's always a teaching moment. So if I have a gig and there's somebody who asks me a question, well, I'm there in that moment and I'm teaching them. Whether we're just talking about a lens or what kind of camera are you using, what's your next event, it's all a learning process wherever you go, whatever you talk about, and whoever you talk with,
And what's the ideal events for you to cover?
Events like this.
Like this?
Like
Oh,
this.
did you cover
business.
this?
Yeah. If you see me, I was covering some things outside. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'll send you guys some photos.
Please do. Yeah,
for
Lisa,
real.
thank you for coming by. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate you. Nice to
Nice
meet
to meet
you.
Okay. Hi, Evan.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome. Please
Thank you.
come close to the mic. So, let them know who you are.
Yes,
what you do.
my name is Evan Tsuchiyama, and I'm a local realtor here in San Gabriel Valley. I also live in San Gabriel Valley as well.
So the last name is Japanese, and you don't look Japanese.
Yes, I get that a lot. Yes, I'm half Japanese.
You're half?
I'm third generation.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm half. I mean, I'm 3/4.
All right, my Hapa brother.
But I mean, do you get that often that you don't look?
Oh, all the time.
Like you're a little bit more like.
I get Persian, Hispanic. I get everything.
Okay,
except Japanese.
Okay, and so what do you do in the SGV? Well, first let them know. Like, are you an SGVer?
Oh yeah. It took me 5 minutes to get here.
Okay.
Yeah. We're in North San Gabriel.
Born and raised?
Born and raised in Woodland Hills. My uncle, my family's been in this area for a long time, and my wife and I were lucky enough to purchase my uncle's house in 2020.
Wow, nice,
Yeah.
awesome. So you're just like very like around here.
Oh yeah. We go to Yama all the time, Golden Deli, all the food spots around here.
Okay, and what makes the SGV special for you?
I think the location, the community, and the food. I love the restaurant. We came from the west side, so.
Oh, okay. You had Satel?
Yeah, we had Satel. Yeah, I was going to Sujita all the time.
Okay. And now it's right here.
And now it's right here with, 20 other amazing restaurants.
Yeah. Okay. And what did you want to share with the community today?
I was interested in talking about, my favorite restaurants in the area.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let them know.
And if
Let
there's
them
any
know.
others. Okay, so definitely Sujita for ramen.
Sujita. And what do you get?
I have to switch sometimes, but generally I'll get the Ajitama Tsukemen.
Okay.
That's my go-to.
That's the dry and you dip in there, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
the dipping broth.
Yeah, do you squeeze the lime on?
Halfway through to change it up, because it gets a little rich.
Okay, he's a pro here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Golden Deli for their pho and the best egg rolls that you can get.
And what else do you get there besides pho?
They're
you always go
egg
get the pho?
rolls.
Oh, the egg rolls.
The egg rolls are the best egg rolls.
The 2 or the 5 with the veggies?
Oh, 5 with the veggies. You have to go 5 veggies because the veggies are a huge component to that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. All right. And what else?
What else? Chef G's on 4th for Thai food is really, really good.
What is it called?
Chef G's.
Oh, I don't know about this.
It's a Thai food spot.
So let me know.
Ducks.
Oh, you go to Ducks?
I love ducks.
Oh, because you're Japanese.
I'm half.
I already forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like comfort food.
Yes.
Right? Did
Japanese
you eat that stuff
comfort
growing up?
food. I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ducks is on Las Tunas, closer to Rosemead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best tempura.
Oh, yeah, their tempura is really good.
Yeah.
You know the guy who works there, I don't know if you're into spice. Are you into spicy food?
Yeah.
If you ask him for more spice for the curry, he'll bring out his own stash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. That's good insider tip right there.
Yeah. Okay, and some other places?
I love, Hoi To Jiang is really, really good.
Oh, okay.
But I also love, I'm guilty, but Din Tai Fung for XLBs.
Why do you say guilty? Because it's so like mainstream now?
It is so mainstream, but I equate it to, it's like the Houstons of Chinese food or dumplings because it's so consistent.
I see. Okay, awesome. And then just let them know, what do you do here in the community, Evan?
Yeah, so I'm a local real estate agent. I'm on the Teresa Fuller team. So I'm here to help with any needs in the real estate field.
Awesome. Hey, Evan, pleasure to meet you. Thank you for
pleasure
stopping
meeting you
by.
as well. Take care.
Watch the cord going out. Yep. Fernando.
Hey, Russell.
Welcome. Hey, thank you so much for coming. Fernando is the provider of the photo booth out there today. And, thank you so much for donating that to us. We appreciate it. How's it been going out there?
It's been busy. Thanks to Pamela. She's the one that introduces.
Oh, yes.
And she brought it over.
Yeah. So let them. I know you do a lot of things. You do the photo booth. You also have a podcast. Like, let them know what you do.
Yeah, I'm a podcaster as well. We're at Café con Leche Piquete. It's more focused on the Hispanic community, and
it's in Spanish.
Just funny. Yeah, it's bilingual.
It's bilingual.
English
I went to go look and I was like, I can't look at I can understand that a little bit,
Yeah.
And what kind of content do you guys do?
It's more like a funny content, to help you throughout the day, have a little laugh as you continue to go to work, or if you need some laughs during the day. That's mainly what we do.
And Fernando, how did you get involved with like doing the photo booth stuff?
I'm actually a photographer.
Oh, you're a photographer?
Yes, I'm a photographer.
Okay.
We do events like quinceañeras, weddings, things like that. And that led me to become a photo booth because I saw it one day and said, I want to do that. And it's been great since I started.
And explain to them what is a photo booth. It's not like those ones where you go in and then you get a little strip.
Yes, actually, that's what it is.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
Okay, I'm sorry. I take that back. So tell them what it's like.
So it's like when you go to the mall, you see these big boxes, you take a picture in there, and it comes out with a strip. So, but this is an open air photo booth. It's just a machine. You stand in front of it, and they take a picture of you.
And what's the difference of doing that versus like them just taking a selfie with their camera?
My particular photo booth is actually a professional camera. So if you wanted to print this big in a canvas or 32 by 16, you could, where you cannot do that with an iPhone.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it's like a really wide angle lens.
It's a professional camera. Yeah.
But it's enclosed inside a box.
Yes.
So did you put that camera in there, or it comes?
No. I purchased this machine already the way it is.
Ah.
Yeah. So I just advertise it, and this is my business.
Ah, okay. Yeah. And then how does that work? Like people just contact you for an event?
Yes. So for example, Pamela just contacted me for your event. For any businesses, what we do is we collect data, like phone numbers, emails, and you guys use it to promote your podcasts, to promote your businesses, to promote your events. Whatever you guys need to promote, we provide that information to you. But for example, Sweet 16 or a quinceañera wedding, they actually get a print. And on that print, they get 3 pictures, and that's what they keep as a memory from their event.
That machine out there can print the pictures?
Yes.
Have you been doing that this morning?
No, not today. Today was mainly just digital.
Oh,
so
okay.
customers get us the digital file. They get to download it, and they get to keep their memories that they took on that day.
Oh, I see. And then you can have like different backgrounds on that too, right?
Yes. Yes. For example, for your business, you chose your own background, but we have different backgrounds that can be accommodated.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. And one of the things that I've seen that's been popular is like this video thing. Like,
The
I don't know what it's
360.
called. Yeah.
The 360 photo booth.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
And do you do that also?
We do the 360. We also do the selfie booth, where we actually have a similar item to this, and we go around the table, and they take pictures at the table.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so you're a photographer by like you are passionate about photography,
right? And
so now you're getting into this.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Well, Fernando, let them know like how can they get in touch with you for this?
Well, we're at sgvphotobooth.com. You can also email us at info@sgvphotobooth.com. We have different prices. We have different offers. And if you guys mentioned that we were here with you today, we'll give you $50 off.
Oh, awesome. Hey, yeah, let them know. It's SGV Photo Booth. Yeah, awesome. Fernando, I appreciate you being here and for being here for the event.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Please come take your pictures.
Yeah, please do. Oh, Victoria, that was a very speedy show.
Yeah, but you did really well.
Oh, thank you. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 guests in a row, back to back to back, switching. And actually, our whole team, I think, did amazing. Like trying to get everybody here on time. So that was pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for spending this time with us. I really appreciate it. The turnout here has been amazing. Seeing the community come together and spend this time with us. If you like this kind of content, actually not this kind of content because we don't do this kind of content, but if you like our show, please give us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and check out our full catalog of episodes on our website, mysgv.net. And please support the San Gabriel Valley community, support what we're doing here. We appreciate you. Thank you.